ranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. The Hokies will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will start this game off with the football. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the left. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Now the play fake. The quick out. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. The Noles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Trying to bull his way in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Hokies offense will have its first possession of the game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. Well, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level, but I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They've got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Virginia Tech. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Makes the quick grab. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Runs through the tackle.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
On target over the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Chavez. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Barges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokies. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Give to the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete out of the backfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Making side adjustments here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Flips it out on the screen. Puts him in the spin cycle. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Seminoles are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State center.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Seminoles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's got it on the move. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. And after the really good gain on first, touchdown, Florida State. Great job by the back on the option. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Hokies can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Doak. To the ground to try to move the chains. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Trying to keep the drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on fourth.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the return. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Noles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Using the quick game. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line. Trying play action. Using his feet to buy time. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hokies with the 1st and 10. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Power football with the run. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Hokies have their offense in high gear. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Sets up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab behind the line. It's Price. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wide receiver. Just keeps slinging it. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Unloads it left. He's got it. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibbs. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Fast completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Breaks into the open. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. The Noles will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. If it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different looking football.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Got room at the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that one's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Rides the back on the option to give. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Got it in the middle. It's Gibbs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Hokies in the hurry up. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Now this offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Looking down the middle. Right on the money. Breaks free. Touchdown, no! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
How hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, who can design ways to get the football in his hand? Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Hauls it in. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of, pardon me, windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? they'll give it to the back. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Hokies are in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense gives up the first down, and here they go. They're going fast, no time to substitute, got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Takes the handoff. It's Moon. Finding an escape route. Wide open spaces. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Hokies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Give to the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got his man. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Durham. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
Turning it on! They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Hokies want to move quickly.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He
throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires left. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
They keep pushing forward now. Back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing that because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bryce. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great...
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Moon.
I think sometimes offensively you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Rushes on him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. catch in the middle. It's Price. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. He wants a big play here late. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
The Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle, it's Levy. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The Hokies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Florida State. How about this defense taking one back to the house? With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. Right on target this time. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.